Hello again everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou. My name's Karen, the Junk Journal Geek, and I'm back today to decorate some of the ephemera we made from the masterboard a few days ago. If you haven't seen that video, I will try and remember to link it in the description below, but if I forget, I think it's about, not the last video, the one before maybe, but we made a big masterboard and then we chopped it up to end up with these pieces of ephemera. So I thought, was that all? Oh no, there's another one there and another one there, and I think that's it. So I thought we'd carry on trying to use up some of my bits and pieces that I've got lying around on my desk. As I said in the last video, I have had a tidy up since I did this one, so I feel a bit better about working at my desk now. So I thought I'm trying to use up things on my desk, get rid of them as part of my tidying process. So yeah, I thought we'd do something with some of these today and use up some of the bits and pieces I've got floating about. Now I might stitch some of these on the sewing machine, I haven't decided yet, but we'll just work it out as we go. So I think these are quite firmly stuck, they seem to be. So I need some sorts of focal point pieces. So I've got a few bits lying around that I've had out, you know, here and there that I haven't used. Just pulling out the things that are obviously to hand right next to me before I go rummaging elsewhere. Right, I'm not going to go through that pile. If it's not exactly to hand, it's not happening. They're a bit big, that's a bit big, got that, and then I've got some, I'm just going to grab my box of bits. My boxes. Sorry, I should have done this before I turned the camera on, shouldn't I? Got some labels in there. Got some tickets in there. And I've got some butterfly things in there. So that should do us for now to get started with. So let's see. Now this is quite a big piece, but those two bits I grabbed that I said were too big, I think will be too big. So we'll leave those for another day. And I did cut this bird out. I was trying to get this on one of the other things. That's too wide. So let's just see what we've got in here. So I'm just going to be playing today, and I just thought I'd turn the camera on while I'm playing with these bits and pieces so you can see what I'm doing. Now I wonder if we could have that up there. This says The Butterfly, a dialogue between a mother and child. I think it's like a reproduction of a book plate. So I'm just wondering if that would go, that doesn't stand out enough, so it would need something behind it, in which case we would need a smaller butterfly. Now what could we pop behind that? Got some bits of lace here. I think this might be too white though. What else have we got? Anything? Oh, got that Hessian still on my table. see how this would look if I had that bit off there and a bit more off there. Oh, I've been brave today. I've started a video and I haven't got a drink up here with me, so let's hope the coughing doesn't start. So could have that on there like that, and then maybe we could find a little butterfly. I don't know what colour we would want. This might be too wishy-washy. I feel like it needs a pop of colour. I'm just going to roughly cut it out. Let's chop his legs off. Oh, did you feel that? I'll do this properly if I decide it's the thing. So it could have something like there, like that on there. That's quite nice. And then maybe some buttons somewhere. I've got in here. That's not flat, so that won't work. That one's flat. I like the lighter one. Oops. One's just gone. Oh, there it is. I did catch it. That's too big anyway. Oh, they're the same. That's another shaped one. Sorry, you probably can't see what I'm rummaging through here, can you? That's the same as that one. Don't need those. That's not flat. They're too big. I don't think these are quite the right colours. I've got a few of those the same. That grey is quite nice. Let's have a look, what else have we got? Oh, these are more lilac-y. They might be better because I feel like that's quite lilac-y. So how is everybody today? I hope you're all happy and well and managing to get some crafting done. That's quite nice, but it's got a button shank, so it won't go on there because it won't lay flat, says that one. Oh, I've pulled the blinds down. It's the afternoon as I'm filming this and the sun is gleaming outside. It's beautiful, and it's probably going to be the last day that we have sunshine because it is forecast to be rainy and flooding again. But I've had to pull the blind down because the sun's right in my eyes and I can't quite pull it down any further, and the sun's just peeking underneath the blind right in my eye line, so I'm having trouble seeing what I'm doing. This is getting to be a bit of a faff with buttons, isn't it? Maybe I should call this video Faff with Buttons. I really wanted a few buttons on here. Excuse me, coughs back. But I'm not finding quite the right things. That's far too pink. I hope this is not too annoying and boring for you, but if it is, feel free to fast forward. Right, too many button options. It's trouble when you collect buttons, isn't it? Have too many to choose from. Right, I don't think we have any more that are the right sort of colours in these. I can see a lilac-y one in there. Really don't need that many buttons on one. And what am I using this as? If it's a journal card, it's not going to slip in anywhere very easily if I've stuck buttons all over it, is it? You need to think about these things, Karen. Oh, they've gone on the floor. Right, let's make a decision. What we're going to do to pick those other ones up in a minute. Right, let's cut this butterfly out properly. I always find with decorating pieces of ephemera, I always struggle, and I find that sometimes you just do something and it works, and other times I just overthink everything and faff and can't make a decision. And I'm trying to have some pieces of ephemera made ready to go into journals, but I think I find it easier to make the ephemera when I'm making the journals. But I really want to build up my stash of ephemera, so I'm trying to push myself out of my comfort zone and just make things, you know, without thinking about matching and all that sort of thing. And then this needs a little trim at the top here because it's still got some white on it. And I think we need to ink that. Now, the last time I was on, I said about sorting out my fabric glue. I've just realised I still haven't sorted that. Actually, that butterfly looks quite nice on there, doesn't it? That's too plain. So I don't quite know how I'm even going to stick all this down. So, not really doing very well here at all. Let's see what we want on here. I'm just looking at the colours in the butterfly. That's quite nice. Well, I think so anyway. These jars started off not quite colour coordinated, but more colour coordinated than they are now because I'm just shoving stuff back in any old place. Also got a bag of butterflies here that's already cut out. Right, so what we're going to use, excuse me, to stick these bits down. Let's get rid of all this excess on here. Try and keep a little bit tidy as we go, so we don't have to have a mass tidy up again. Right, is this glue going to work? Let's have a look. I did start fiddling with it the other day, but I didn't get very far. Oh, it's coming out. Right, we'll go for that then. So let's stick this down first. And I may have to do a bit of stitching with this later. And then if we pop this down on top, I'm putting quite a bit of glue on because I'm hoping it will seep through the hessian. So this will probably need to go under something heavy for a while, and we'll leave it to dry. We'll put a little bit of, I'm getting low on this glue now. I need to go on a glue shopping spree. I'm running low on all my different glues. I've run out of Fabri-Tac. This feels like that's getting low as well. So we'll put him there. And then I will sew these buttons on, but I won't do that on camera because it will be quite time consuming, and it's taken me over 15 minutes just to do that, and I want to let this dry a bit before I start fiddling about with it. So I'm going to keep my buttons there so that up here, sorry, excuse my arm, I'm going to keep my buttons to hand, and I'm going to pop this underneath a book, which I've got a pile of books just in front of me on the windowsill, so I'm going to slide that under there so that that can be drying a little bit. Sorry if I'm knocking you, and we'll get on with the next one. Let's close that glue. Try and keep it from getting too dried up and mucky and yucky and horrible. Right, now we've got this one. What are we going to pop on this one? Got this little lady, this fairy lady that I cut out. She's quite cute, but she needs to go on something as well. I'm just rummaging in my little Buddha bowl to see if I've got anything. Put a bit of crochet trim at the bottom, and she could be standing sort of on that. Do we want another little butterfly? Actually, maybe one of these butterflies would be good. These are, these have been cut out with my my punch, that's the word. These have been cut out with a punch. Not sure what sort of, no, that blends in. Well, they don't look as good as I thought they would. I usually use these, you know, in the centre of a signature on the dangly bits. If I'm having a dangly bit, I sometimes put butterflies on the end of the strings. No, I don't like those. I've changed my mind about those. I thought they'd look good on there, but I don't like them. So now I've lost the little one I had. What else have we got? Got some tickety things in here. These are These ones are vintage tickets. I think that's, let's take that away for a minute. Maybe. I feel like it needs something greeny. You wouldn't think I don't particularly like green. My last video was all greens and now I'm going green again. Quite like that. Should we just check that a lilac's not more appropriate? Because there's lilac in the back of that. No, I think I like the green better. So I'll have a little bit of green there. Then what else should we have? What else does it need? Does it need a word? Oh. Oh, there's one there that says lightness. These, this sheet of words is from Victoria Designs. It's a freebie, and they're great, but they're quite tricky to cut out because they're small and they're close together. I mean, I could print them out bigger, I suppose, but I'm trying to use up all the things I've already got printed without printing any more things out. Lightness, I quite like that, but does that need to go on something? Maybe that needs to go on the crochet trim. What do we think of that? I'm not sure if anything's popping enough, but you don't always want things popping all the time. Sometimes you want a bit of subtle, don't you? Depending on where it's going to go and what it's going to be used for. If that was on there, there's a bit of red on there. How does that look, do we think? I'm not sure. I know, where's my gold? If in doubt, give it a bit of sparkle. Let's make sure this is actually coming out, yeah. Right, let's give the fairy some sparkle. Maybe that's what it needs. I bet you're all shouting at me, telling me what to do to make it look better, and I can't hear you. Does that make any difference at all? Not really. Not sparkly enough. I don't really want to start getting the paints out. This probably needs water to activate it again, and I don't have any water in here. Oh. does need water. Aha, that's better. Right, I think this might do the trick. I'm not really doing this as it's supposed to be done, but hey ho. Try not to get it everywhere though. I'm going to have to leave, the only trouble is I'm going to have to leave this to dry now before I can do anything with it. Seem to be picking anything up. When you use this, you're supposed to wet the sponge or dampen the sponge. And I can't be bothered to go and get any water. Right. Oh, that's definitely, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but in the daylight, that is definitely making that stand out a bit more. So we'll do that. I'll probably need to go around the edge of the thing with gold as well, but I won't do that now because I'm going to get this everywhere because it needs to dry. So that's going to be another piece that we have to leave to dry before we can finish it. So I'm not doing very well here. I will have to probably come back and finish these off with you. So what else can we do? Let's have another rummage. Got this one. Look, I've got gold all over my thumb. This needs a little bit of attention. Let's repair that. Now then, what should we stick on here? I think this bird's still too big. What do we want? Do we want a butterfly? That might be quite nice on there. Got a whole lot of butterflying going on. But at least I'm using the things that I have to hand and on my desk. I'm not going off and printing anymore. Chopping off his poor antlers, these little feelers. Not antlers, are they? That would be a deer. This does not look like a deer. Sorry, Mr. Butterfly. But they are surplus to requirements when you're fussy cutting. Far too much like hard work cutting around those. Right, nearly there. Right. He looks quite nice on there. He does need a little bit of inking, because I can see white. We don't like white, do we? Now, in my little Buddha bowl, I have got lots of bits of string tangled up. from bits and pieces that have been left over on my desk. So I might do a Barbara from 49 Dragonflies and make him some stringy feelers to replace the ones we've just chopped off. So I'm just looking to see if I've got something that's already tangled. I don't think this is dark enough. It's got a bit of red in it. No. I can't see me being able to make this work, but I'm going to have a go. That's what it's all about. Trying things, seeing what works. I'm just looking to see what other bits of string I have in here. Look at that nice big bundle of loveliness. Just thinking if there's something in here I can pull out and use. Oh, excuse me. It's not string, but maybe we could sort of fold that in half, stick it under there. That looks quite good, doesn't it? I thought the camera had stopped recording then, sorry. And I think I might do that, just keep that simple like that, because I can always add a bit more onto it later. Right, so I'm going to pop glue on here. Oops. And lay that there. And just pop some glue around the rest of him. A little bit on top of that. And let's hope this works. Oops, I've pulled it out. Quickly, see if I can find another piece. It's disintegrating as I'm working with it, because you know it's like just very fine bits of fabric that's been trimmed off. Quick. Am I sticking my head under the camera? I hope not. Right, that might be a little bit long, but when that's dry I can trim those off a bit. I know they're a bit thick, but we might be able to shred them a bit. I'm not sure. This side is fraying. So again, I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to try and fray the fabric a bit and then stick it down. But I think he looks quite nice. So at least that one is almost done. Pop that one up there, and And we've got time to do one more, do you think? What have we got here? I fancy putting some flowers or something on one of these. And that needs a little bit of attention. Oh, that came out a bit fast. Just dab that glue off. Right, oh, my voice is going. These are still too big. Have I got any more flowery things? I don't really want to stick a card on there. What's in the box of stickers? Blends in too much, disappears. No, nothing in there that I like. I'm looking around my desk for inspiration. What do I want on here? I don't want to put butterflies on all of them. Did say I wasn't going to get anything else out. What's in here? Vintage newspapers. No, that's not what we want. Is this bird? He just doesn't look right on there. No. I have a mushroom, but that's a bit too small, isn't it? And this mushroom is far too small. I've got a stamp there. What else have I got to hand? This is my pack of papers from Purple Poppy's Etsy shop. And there's some bits in here. And I'll try something here. I don't want anything card-like. Although, having said that, I could put something like that on there and then stick loads of ephemera in it. But I don't think I want to do that. Oh, that's a lovely sticker. It matches the paper in the middle, but don't know. Don't know. More papers. Interesting. Got a fern. Have some letters. He's nice, isn't he? Kind of a bit random here, aren't we? Got ferns and a tiger from Nicaragua. I can't even say it. Oh dear, not doing very well, am I? It's supposed to be a nice, easy video. Come on, do a bit of decorating, and here I am, faffing about. No, these are all too rectangular. That's cinematic, it works well, the colours. Oh, I don't know what I want to do. Right, come on, Karen, I'm running out of time here. I have to go out shortly, so I was just trying to get this done quickly. I didn't think I would be quite so indecisive. 7, oh, we've got a K for Karen. That blends in too much. Right. That's another die cut. Oh, that's like a Victorian silhouette. I like that, you know, like a cameo. Oops, it stuck to my fingers because I've got glue all over me. Right, that didn't work. I don't know what else to use now. I don't want to just abandon this. I feel like I should finish it now I've started. Oh, he's a nice bird. No. I know what I don't want. I just can't find anything I do want. Right, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. My inspiration's got up and gone, so I'm going to go and make myself a cup of tea, and I will come back when those other bits are dry and finish them off with you. I'm going to leave that one there for now, so I will be back again shortly. I'm back again. It's the next day now, and I've done a bit more sorting out in my room. And so I found a few more bits and pieces that I can use to decorate these things. So I'm hoping that because it's a new day, I'll have a bit more inspiration and won't get stuck, and we'll be able to get these few little bits finished. So we'd left this to dry, and this is the one that's now going to have the buttons sewn on, but obviously, like I said, I'm not going to do that on camera. And during my tidying up session, I actually knocked all the buttons flying that I'd had to put in a safe place ready to pop on, so I'm going to have to find those again in my pile. So that one's basically done, apart from the buttons that are going along there. There's one of them. I think that was another one. No, that was too blue. I'll have to hunt for them. I think they've gone down the back of my desk, unfortunately. But anyway, that's going to have the buttons on, so that one's done. So let's pop that one up there, out the way. Now, we also had this one that I'd left to dry with the butterfly with its antennae, and I think that's okay. I quite like that as it is, so I'm going to leave that. Now it's dried, ready to be used, and then when I pop it into a journal or whatever, I can add any more to that then if I want to. So that one can go over there as well. Then this was the one that I'd tried to start and couldn't decide what to pop on. So I was wondering if this clock face might go on, or whether it would blend in too much. Is that... Just wondering if that will fit in my... Oh, it will fit in my hole punch. So, and I've come up here again without a drink, so I hope I'm not going to start coughing. So I'm wondering if that could go on there, but again, it will need something behind it. And I also have these couple of bits that I thought might look nice on that one. So let's just have a try of those before we make a decision. And then once I've done this one, that will be this video done. So it seems weird carrying on, you know, a video that I started yesterday, carrying on today. I don't like doing that. It's very rainy here today, so I've got the opposite today from yesterday. Yesterday, I think I had the sun in my eyes, didn't I, and had the blind down and the sun was still peeking underneath the blind. Today it's dark and pouring with rain, so I'm hoping that there's enough light here for you to see what I'm doing. I think there is. It looks all right on the screen. So we could have maybe that one, or maybe this corset type thing. And these are all digis, most of them from the Digital Collage Club, that I've had printed out in my stash for a long time. And as I said before, I'm trying to use up everything that I've got printed out, and in future just print out what I think I need when I need it, so that I don't have to store, you know, physical bundles of paper everywhere. Because with the best will in the world, when you print out what you think you're going to use or need, you're never going to actually get it spot on. You're always going to have something left over or have to print a bit more out. So it's not like I'm not going to have a constant pile of inspiration to one side of me, but I have one of those concertina folders, you know, that you use for filing. It's got like 31 sections in it for days of the month. That is full to overflowing. In fact, it won't stand up, it keeps falling over because it's so full of digis that I've printed out. So I'm gradually whittling my way through them and getting them used up. That's the plan. So all of these bits were in a pile, all been piled up on my desk where I'd previously got them out to, you know, maybe use them and then haven't, and then they're just sitting on my desk. So my options now are that. Oh, we're going down, aren't we? Let's pull my... I was trying to... Hang on, let's concentrate on one thing at a time, Karen. So we've got the corset, or that sort of paint palette shape, or the clock face. I think that the clock face, even though it's the same sort of colours, it stands out the most because of the black on it, I think. I think I'm going to go with the clock face because that was my original plan. Yeah, so as I was coming on camera, I decided to try and change my filming setup, because I usually record using my phone and I have my iPad set up in front of me on my windowsill, so that I can see what I'm recording. The idea being, I know if I've gone off screen or something. I don't always remember to look up and check, but that's the idea. But sometimes if I get excuse me, a phone call or a text or any other issues while I'm recording, sometimes my phone stops recording and I don't know it stopped if I haven't happened to look at the screen. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll try and record on my iPad and have my phone, you know, to refer to, sort of do it the other way round, and then it won't matter if the phone rings. You know, I always turn the ringer off, but if I put it on airplane mode, I can't always, you know, have it linked to my iPad. So I was trying to organise a setup so I could do that, but the little holder I've got is only for my phone, so I haven't got anything to hold my iPad. So I was trying to balance it on my windowsill with a book on top, but it's too high up, so it's too far away from, you know, what I'm doing, so you can't see properly. Sorry, I'm rummaging to see if I've got any cream. Oh, look over here. Sorry, I wanted some creamy lace. This has been sprayed with tea, so what was I saying? iPad. I had it balanced with some books on top, and it was too high up, so then I just laid it on the windowsill. That was too close, and it was a bit precarious, and so I thought, I'm just asking for trouble here. So I've gone back to my normal setup. So I'm hoping that it's all going to be okay and we're not going to get interrupted. So I hope everybody is well. I know I've already asked that earlier on in the video, but that was yesterday. It's weird. Very weird carrying on the next day. Not used to doing that. I'm just trying to decide what I want here off of this lace. Do I want the frilly bit at the bottom, or do I want the flower? I might have the flower poking out from underneath. Let's try that first. You wouldn't believe that something so simple could take so much thinking about, would you? Right, not sure which way around that goes now. So if I have that on there, I'm coming down again, aren't I? I hope this is light enough for you to see what I'm doing. I might have that coming, I think it does go that way. Have that coming out there maybe, and maybe it should come out there, maybe it would show up better. Doesn't really matter, does it? And then do we want one of these on here? Just looking if there's anything about time, as we've put a clock on there. There's one there, it says, truth is more valuable if it takes you a few years to find it. Life is a long sleep and love is its dream. Just looking at what's underneath it. Scissors. This might be too big to go on here actually, after all that. Also, because I was doing this yesterday, I have sort of lost track of what I was doing, and because I had, when I'd left everything to dry, I'd left it all, yeah, that's too big. I'd left it all sort of organised, and so that I knew what I was doing. Excuse me. And then I came back and did my tidying this morning to try and find some more bits to use. And of course I've moved everything round, and apart from the one with the buttons on, unless I go back and watch the beginning bit that I recorded, which I haven't got time to do, I can't actually remember what I was doing. So this could well be I was working on a completely different piece yesterday and I've picked this one up today, and if that's the case, I apologise, but they're all going to be done eventually. So I might just pop that on there actually after all that. Okay, let's ink this because it's got a bit of white showing where it's been torn. I don't know how much of that we're going to see, so and let's do a bit of gluing, a bit of gluage. So let's pop that up there, and then we want a bit of glue on the lace. And my glue, I've left it upside down, but it still doesn't want to come out. Come on. Sorry, I know that I'm doing this off camera, but I am only dabbing glue on my lace. You're not missing anything exciting, promise. Can't remember which way around I had that now. I think it sort of went there-ish. And then should we have that up there a bit? Oops, bit sticky. So now I need to go and hunt for those buttons. I don't think that was one of them because that's too green. And sew the rest of those bits on. But I'm going to call this video done. And you will see these pieces appear at some point when I'm working on journals, I would imagine. Oh, that's what I was doing, wasn't I? I was doing something with this, and I got stuck, didn't I? Was that right? Oh, I was going to put that on there and that on there, and have some lightness on there, wasn't I? Should we quickly stick those down? Why did I stop doing that? Can't remember. Let's stick them down. I thought I was doing something with this piece, but I couldn't see the bits, and then I've just looked over and there they are. So we'll have that, oops, have that piece there. Should we do the lightness next? I wonder if this can manage a bit, thinking, oh, my fingers are very sticky now. I like the lightness because I think it goes with the fairy. Now, so that if she was going to go, oh, I know, she was drying, wasn't she? Because I'd done the gold, that's right. So if I put that about there. That's right. Oh, I should have taken a moment to, well, I did think before I came back on, but I thought I'd got the bits. I'd obviously moved those and forgotten about them. And then she was going to go sort of on there somewhere, wasn't she? I want her over a bit. So there we go. So we have these two, and we have this one that I need to find the other buttons for and pop them on. And we had the other butterfly, didn't we? So we did those pieces. So they have come out quite different, haven't they, each one? They're not all the same. I thought they were all going to end up looking the same the way I was going yesterday. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go and find the rest of my buttons and sew those on, and then I'll be back in a couple of days with something else to share with you. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too bitty and scatty. I do feel like I was all over the place, so I do apologise. And maybe you found a little bit of inspiration there. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy your own crafty time, and I'll see you all again in a couple of days. Bye bye.